Afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon from here. Welcome to my space this afternoon. I am going to, talk on this awareness that we, the Biafra people, are creating for no presidential or general election in Biafraland in 2023. And this is why we are here this afternoon. So basically, I will be expecting those one Nigerianists, those who want election to take place, especially the people that would definitely vote against referendum if the opportunity is given. Because we know that what makes us human beings are the ability to have divergent views on issues, the ability to have different opinions, the ability to disagree and agree. So I am here on this space this afternoon to have the opportunity to engage those one Nigerianists. I want you to tell us why you want election 2023 to hold in Biafra land, and what is it you are expecting differently since 1999. As you can see from the topic, it says court fix October 10, 2022 for ruling on referendum. This particular ruling on referendum was as a result of the court of the application of the suit filed by different nationalities in Nigeria, where everybody is seeking the opinion of the court to give the possibility for people to vote whether they want to continue to be in Nigeria or not. So the Biafra people, we believe that this is one of the most important national issues today. More important than general election, more important than any presidential election. This issue of referendum can, the issue of this election can never ever be allowed to continue unless we decide on the referendum and the opportunity is given for people to vote, so that these grievances and all this misunderstanding about different nationalities in Nigeria today will be solved once and for all. So my argument this afternoon is that there is more important burning national issues that has to do with national security, that has to do with the democracy, that has to do with the national coexistence of Nigeria, that has to do with whether Nigeria will continue to exist as a country or not. So the election of 2023 is not the most important national issue at this point. The most important issue today in Nigeria, as the case may be, is this particular referendum, an opportunity for people to decide whether they want to be part of Nigeria or not. So we are going to be opening this space. And I want you to, as you are coming in here, if you are one Nigeria, if you are supporting the election, please come here and challenge me. Come here and tell me why you believe that the election must go on instead of deciding on the referendum first. Come here and talk like a human being. Do not come here and start addressing anybody as terrorists or try to constitute nuisance. Come objectively with a sound mind and tell us why people should support you and your failed Nigeria. Why people should go and vote P2B when P2B becoming president will change nothing. Tell us why you feel that we must vote an Igbo president, and why are you supporting a Nigeria that is divided along tribal line, where you as an Igbo man will be telling me, trying to convince me to go and vote P2B because P2B is an Igbo man. And then people from the north, the Fulanis, will be convincing their own people to vote Atiku because Atiku is a Muslim and from the north. Why any other person that comes from any other nationality will also be canvassing for vote for that particular person. So if Nigeria, including during the election, is divided along this line, why do you want to continue to be in a country like that? So I am presenting it to you today on this space that the general election is not the most important issue of national interest. That the most important issue of national interest is the application that is pending in Nigeria Court of Competent Jurisdiction. And the court will be deciding and ruling on this particular issue on 10th of October 2022. And if the court accepts that we are going to have a referendum according to the African Charter, which Nigeria is signatory to, that gives that opportunity for people to decide on their political right and on self-determination. If the court rules on that, the presidential election will never take place in Nigeria. If the court rejects to rule on this particular application, also, we will make sure that in Biafra, no election will take place. We are going to set the pace for others to follow. So on this note, I am going to be bringing those that I believe may have one or two things to say. So if you want to contribute and ask questions and argue with me or make your positive contribution, you can raise your hand and we will give you the mic. Or I do not know whether those who are capable or opportune to raise their hands are those that who have actually accepted. So I will be accepting those that are here randomly, so you can have the opportunity to tell us where do you stand. So if you know any one Nigerianist, please bring them here. We want to hear why they are supporting one Nigeria. Those people that always come to attack you, I am here to deliver them this afternoon. So please bring them in. I will start by Ene. Ene, do you have anything to say about this? Are you one Nigeria or are you supporting the Biafra? And we are not talking about the boycotting of election, but we are saying no election in Biafraland. And please, if you are talking, please be very, very civil. We don't want anybody to abuse us or call us any name. Thank you. We can't hear you. All right, Ene is not there. Mazi, Mazi Agozia, I can see that you are a Biafran. So welcome to the program. You can unmute yourself. And your time is.
Can you hear me?
Please, your time is. I can hear you, but I gave you the mic and you were not talking. So, are you ready to talk now? Hello. All right. And now, Mazi Agozia, can you unmute yourself?
All right. Good afternoon,
Good
Mr.
afternoon.
Simon. Sorry, am I coming out loud and
You
clear?
are coming out very loud and clear.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. It's a privilege. I'm not a one Nigerianist as per se. I believe in self-determination. I believe in the right for people to go on and manage their own affairs. It's a God-given right. But all I have to ask is that I've seen on your post that there won't be an election on Biafra in Biafraland. And boycotting of the election, you are saying 2 weeks. Honestly, in all honesty, election in Nigeria doesn't go on for 2 weeks. So I'm asking, don't you think that the 2 weeks is much for our people? Like, how about those that feed themselves on daily basis from whatever they are getting from income, like maybe traders or petty traders? Don't you think that the 2 weeks is much? That's
Uh,
my take. Thank you.
yeah, thank you very much. That's a very valid question. That's why we have said it is not just enough you follow us on Twitter. It is also very important that you watch our program where we make oral clarifications and more information are given on whatever we post on Twitter. So the issue of 2 weeks, that 2 weeks is have been it is because of what we have at the moment, the present situation in the southeast. So if the situation in the southeast it remain the same as it is today, then we are going to need 2 weeks to sit at home. The 2 weeks sit at home is just a proposal. So we are not, it may end up changing. So first of all, we are going to wait for Nigeria to announce the date of the presidential election, of the general election. When the date is announced, we are going to be reviewing the situation on ground. So, and the sit at home will be declared according to the situation on ground. So, as present, the way it is today, 2 weeks is needed to make sure that we do not put the life of our people in danger, because we know that it is not just about the election day. So we are taking precautionary measures to make sure we do not expose our people to danger. So these 2 weeks you are seeing today is what we have assessed on ground, so that if the date of the general election is made known to the public today, we are going to start sitting at home at least 3 days before the election. So you need to prepare to have all manner of blackmail, propaganda, will be coming from the security agents and the government and all that. So, so we need to put necessary things in place to make sure that our people are not killed by the same government. So that is why we need this. We need these 2 weeks. So these 2 weeks will be if we start the sit at home 3 days before the election. After the election, we'll still have at least 11 days to face whatever that is going to come to us, because they're going to bring whatever they can bring to us. So we need those 11 days to stand our ground and sit at home and stay indoors. And those who are to defend our land will be available to defend our land in case anything happens. So we need days. So it is not just that the election is going to take 2 weeks. No. As the Nigeria will be planning, we will also be planning. As they are planning to invest with how to defend our land when they invade us. So these are the strategy we are putting in place. It is not just about sitting at home for 2 weeks and all that. So it can be that in 2023, when they have announced the election, maybe a month to the election date, we are also going to review the situation, and the sit at home maybe 5 days, or the sit at home maybe 1 week. So it depends on what we have on ground. So we are proposing these 2 weeks based on what we have presently in the Southeast. And then, of course, another part of Biafraland. So the 2 weeks may not be the final sit-at-home period. So the sit-at-home days may change. This is what we are doing. So for now, we are proposing 2 weeks and preparing the mind of Biafrans to what is to come. So we are going to make sure that we minimize the casualty or whatever that the government is going to bring to us. But believe me, this is a sacrifice that we must make to make sure that we do something that we have not done before. And then after that, the world will know that Biafra has risen. Thank you. So please, this person, Isaac, can you mute yourself, please? You're making noise. Otherwise, we're going to remove you. Isaac, can you mute yourself, please? All right, we're going to remove him because he's not listening. So, Mazi, have I answered your question, or do you still need more clarification on anything before I go to the next person? Mazi Agozie?
No. You answered it. You answered it.
All right, thank you.
You answered it.
All right, so we are going to the next person. You can mute yourself. So the next person is King. King, can you unmute yourself and welcome to the space?
Okay. Good evening.
Okay, Mazi Simon. Good evening from
Good
here.
evening.
Am I coming out
You are
clear?
coming out very clear. Go ahead.
Okay, Mazi Simon. I thank you so much. And I want to advise our people and encourage our people. Freedom is not given, freedom is taken. Let them forget all this mentality of people that are feeding themselves on a daily basis. I know situation in Nigeria is not okay. It's very bad. But let our people remove this mindset and prepare themselves for what is to come. By the time we are going into this war, because let them prepare their mind and know that Nigeria will bring war to them. And when this war comes, they might even stay at home for more than 1 month without even seeing any, without even going out or being comfortable. But this time around, we are telling them, just sit at home, be comfortable at your home. There will be a time you will not be even comfortable wherever you are. The sit at home self, you will not be comfortable sitting at home. So what we are fighting is on how to leave Nigeria. Let us forget about our stomach for now. I know it's necessary, it's important, but let them remove this mentality and do whatever it takes to bring our freedom. It matters a lot. On a very good day, it isn't supposed to happen in a way that you're supposed to be feeding yourself from day to daily basis or a day to hand, or how to put it. Because Nigeria or Biafraland is well blessed that if we have good government, nobody's supposed to be suffering or going through all this thing. So please, our people, let them remove this mindset of feeding daily basis and know that freedom is taken, freedom is not given. Anything it takes us to bring our freedom, we're gonna do it. If you're gonna take us to sit at home for 1 month and get our freedom, let us just do it and get our freedom. That's what I want to contribute. Thank you so much, Mazi.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Isoko Queen, you are a co-host to this. Thank you and welcome to the space. So I think you should take over from here. And I want you to be bringing all the One Nigerians, all the hardcore One Nigerians. These are the people I want to engage this afternoon. Thank you. Isoko, we can't hear you.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna start checking your profile. So who is the next? I don't know if you've taken you already.
I can't hear you very clearly. Your distance is somehow fluctuating. So
can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Can you hear
so
me?
what did
Okay,
you say?
so it's because so many people. Please, can you guys mute your mics, please? Oyeka, mute your mic. Oyeka, please mute your mic. Move.
Okay. I'll do that. Thank you.
Mute your mic.
Thank you.
Hear other people. Just mute your mic. 1 minute. Okay, thank you. Who is the next to speak? I don't know if you've taken Q, Simon. Have you taken Q already?
I've not taken any Q. You can start now because But
Okay, so
I really want the people that like die hard, those people that are causing problems on Twitter. These are the people I want to talk with.
okay, I'm gonna bring them up. For the people on stage, please raise your hands. People that have raised their hand: King, Kalimo, Oyeka, the three. Igbotik. Go
Can
first,
you hear me loud
followed
and
by King.
clear?
Yes, hold on, Igbotik. You go first, followed by King, followed by Kalimo, then followed by Oyeka. Then we're gonna bring one Nigeria is up. Please, Oyeka, you can. Igbotik, you can go now. Thank you. Igbotik, you can speak now. Igbotik, unmute your mic and speak.
We do not have time to waste, so if he's not
Igbotik's
ready.
son, are you there? If you're not there, we'll move to somebody else. We don't have time. King, please mute your mic and speak. Unmute and speak, please.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Simon, good evening, sir. I'm more than glad to speak with you because this is my
Yes.
first time. I've been watching your program, but it's my first time speaking to you in person. All I can say is thank you for standing for the truth. I don't have much time to waste so other people can speak. So may God continue to bless you. More wisdom to you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, the next person is the next person should please go. Kalimo, go please. Kalimo, please can
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
yes, we can hear you. Please go through, please. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good afternoon from here. Mr. Simon, I thank you for what you said earlier when you said uh, there are some people that might have different view from you. That's what makes us human being, and I also think it's a welcome uh, development that there's already a court date set for the referendum. And for the record, I'm all for Biafra, and I support everything Biafra, provided it's not violent. Then, getting to my question, before I get to my question, um, I want to say this. In any struggle, there's always going to be some people that don't um, have the same view as you. They might believe in Biafra, but they think there's better ways or other ways to go about it. And also, just like the first person that declared Biafra on our behalf, which is Ojukwu, the legend, I believe he also had advisors, meaning that he doesn't know it all, which means he also listens to other people with their own different opinion about how to actualize Biafra. So that's what I want to say. I support Biafra, but I just don't support anything violent about it. Then coming to my question, the first question is this this sit at home and saying that we shouldn't vote, right? Um, for 2 weeks. But you already clarified that it might be lesser than that, which would be good if it's gonna be lesser than that because our people are suffering. A lot of people, I get calls every day, people asking me for money. Nigeria is a mess or whatever. We can't go to work. I have to feed my mother, blah blah blah, cousins, siblings, everybody. So we all established that there's hunger and starvation in our country. That's just because of failure of Nigerian government, which is why we're fighting for this struggle of independence for Biafra, right? But also, I just feel like the day should be reduced. You already addressed that. Thank you. So now, moving forward, I'm like, not having this election, don't you think the Fulanese are the people, or the Hausas are the people that is holding Nigeria hostage with their numbers already? So they have been the one dictating who rules Nigeria from time immemorial to this day. Now, we not voting, don't you think, though, that will give them enough chance to rig more election on our behalf because they are the people controlling INEC, all these things. So if we don't step out and vote, they are gonna either way rig this election and present it and still fix a president they want. So to me, I feel like even though we're still going to continue fighting for this struggle, for those of us that are still participating as Nigeria, because even though we're Biafra, a lot of us still have Nigerian passport, but we want to have a Biafran passport, though. So for those people who still participate as Nigerians, don't you think it would be okay for them to still vote? At least let them still exercise their democratic right. Then while we still keep pushing this government to give us our right, because at the end of the day, these people killed millions of Biafrans how many years ago, and they continue to kill us. But we still have to put our foot on their neck to force them to do the right thing. But I feel like not having that election will create an avenue where they're going to rig these massive elections on our behalf and still continue to govern our resources until we get Biafra. That is the first question. The second question is, what are we doing to address this issue in Southeast? I feel like this thing started as a good way to exercise or show our grievances about how Nigerian government is treating us and holding somebody captive without normal due process or anything, right? So I just feel like if this is hijacked, what are we doing to address these things? Because if they have hijacked the movement, meaning they're sending down these people terrorizing our Igbo land, what are we doing to stop this? Because it seems like they act every day. We say, oh, they sit at home, they come out and do these things and kill our people, thereby saying that, oh, now people are saying that, oh, it's IPOB or whatever it is. And also, to be clear, I am not IPOB, I'm not MASOP, but I'm all for Biafra. There's people that is for MASOP, IPOB, whatever, provided we get what we are looking for in a peaceful way or whichever way, but not violent way where our people have to continuously die for nothing. So these things is what I'm asking. These two questions, don't you think they're still going to also rig that election and still have a president that will still continue to govern over until we get our Biafra? And secondly, what are we doing about Southeast? Before, I remember Southeast is the most peaceful place you can ever live in Nigeria, but now it's hell. A lot of friends have died in Southeast, some during kidnapping or whatever, because there's insecurity. So what are we doing to address this problem that is affecting our people directly?
Thank you very much, my brother. You've touched a lot of things, but and I'm happy that you said you don't belong to any group of Biafrans, but you are for Biafra. That's all that we need. You don't necessarily have to be a member of anything. You are a Biafran, you are a Biafra, support Biafra, support Biafra. But you must support Biafra with everything, not just on social media. You don't need to be a member, but for example, when we are raising funds, you must come to support the raising of funds to support the security of our land. This is the most important part. You don't need to be a member to do that. So for you to be saying you are supporting Biafra, you must be doing something, visibly or tangibly support the movement. It is not just enough that we are social media and be supporting Biafra. So this is just one point. Now, to answer your question, I am happy that you said the Fulanis are in the INEC and that if you don't come out to vote, they are going to rig this election. The point is that so many people are ignorant of Nigeria, and this is the problem. Because if you are very, very vast, if you are aware and have knowledge about Nigeria, you will know that whether you vote or you don't vote, it doesn't matter. They are still going to declare the winner anyway. Okay, so what we are trying to do in this no election is not because if we vote, the Fulani will not decide who rules, or if we don't vote, the Fulani will decide. What we are trying to do is that if you go and vote and allow vote to take place in Biafraland, you have validated Nigeria again for the next 4 years at least. So we don't want to validate Nigeria for the next 4 years. And let me tell you, you said we should be allowed to exercise our democratic right. That's exactly what we are doing. Not voting is also exercising your democratic right. If Biafra decide that during this general election, they are going to sit at home, which is called civil disobedience. That civil disobedience of not voting in Nigeria is also exercising their democratic right. Their democratic right, their civil right not to vote, their civil right to register their grievances and their displeasure, and that they are ready to leave Nigeria. So there is no other way you can speak this language very loud than, not even boycotting, because when you say boycott election, you are saying that other people can vote. But what we are saying is that no election. So once we decide that there will be no election at all in Biafraland, it means that whatever Fulani are going to decide, whoever that is going to rule in Nigeria, we have not validated that person. And in international law, there are consequences for that, for those who will want to go forward. So the international community will also have something, a role to play when that particular crisis will start, because the crisis is that they are going to bring the crisis to us. So what we are trying to do is to exercise our democratic right in a different way. It is the same thing as a referendum. Now, the application that is pending at one of the courts in Abuja is for the court to rule on referendum. And I believe that almost all the major ethnic nationalities are now co-suitor to that particular application that is pending in the court. So we are waiting for the court to rule. And the Abuja court should rule in favor of referendum, because Nigeria also is a signatory to the African Charter, and the Article 20 make it very clear. So what we are trying to say is that this no election is also part of demonstrating our democratic right, which is the right to choose to vote or not to vote. It is a democratic process. Now, if we go ahead to vote in 2023, we have validated Nigeria. We have given Nigeria that particular validation to do whatever they want to do with us for the next 4 years. So if you talk, they say, after all, you voted. But if the entire Biafra, if we lock Biafra down, that the election did not take place, it will generate and spark a lot of international discussion. So those who do not want to talk about us will talk about us by force. And let me tell you also that it does not matter whether you vote in Nigeria or you don't vote. You said it yourself. So we have been voting since 1999, at least, on straight, on the roll. We have been voting since 1999. Every year, every 4 years, the case gets worse. It is deteriorating every 4 years. The democracy in Nigeria they have destroyed the democratic process. So what you have now is not actually a democratic process. You listen to Goodluck Jonathan complaining about the new electoral law, the Section 83, and they are complaining that they don't know whether Buhari was sleeping while he signed the thing into law. But what they don't know is that, what did Buhari know about law? So you are talking about sleeping while he knows what is law. That is if Buhari know what is law. So Buhari did not know what he signed, and let us even put it that way. So what we are trying to say now is that we have been voting since 1999. So this time around, it is the time for Biafrans to sacrifice their vote for something else. Let us sacrifice our vote to do something differently, because you cannot be doing the same thing and expect a different result. Everybody knows that you say come out and vote in mass, and if we do not vote in mass, Fulani will rig the election. They have been rigging it before, even the time you were voting. And the worst part is that nobody has ever collected, no region has ever collected their voters card 100%. So if you register for voters card during the time of collection, no region has ever collected 100% of voters card. That is already a rigging on its own. And it is because people should know and get themselves educated on what is this Abuja Declaration of 1989. That is what they are implementing. They put themselves and their people in different strategic position. And this INEC is one of the strategic positions they have put themselves. And today, they can decide who ruled and who did not rule. The judiciary is also one of the strategic positions. The Fulani are occupying it. They also decide whatever they want to decide, and who stays in office and who doesn't stay in office. So it is not about election. Election is not the final, say in Nigeria. After the election, you go to court. It is only in Nigeria that court decide who win the election after people must have voted in mass. So we want to do something differently. And our job is to talk to our people objectively, to tell them the reason why we feel that the thing we are bringing on the table is more better than what they have been having since 1999. They have been voting, and this time around, we say, sacrifice your vote for Biafra. So it is going to be sacrifice your vote for Biafra. Because even if you go out to vote, it is not going to change anything. It has been there. The Nigeria have been restructured to be like that. Now, that is the issue of the voting. So we are asking you to sacrifice your vote for Biafra, since you support Biafra. For this time, just only this one time, which is not too much to ask. Now, the issue of insecurity. The issue of insecurity in the Southeast. I want you people to understand that during the time when Eastern Security Network was launched and we were active, they were not bombarding us and all that. There were nothing like this kidnapping and insecurity. But before then, there were insecurity. So, and the criminals knows that our Eastern Security Network are restless. They are being bombarded and chased from here and there. So that is giving them the opportunity to come and start their criminality in our land. So, but any day, the Eastern Security Network will be given that free hand to do what they have been doing in the forest. The insecurity will end. So you know the criminals, they know how to. They are always going to be. So the insecurity in the Southeast has to do with the government. I want people to understand that when you are talking and addressing the insecurity in the Southeast, we should call it a name, the name that it is. Who are those bringing the insecurity? Who are those making the abduction and kidnapping? The Nigerian Army, DSS, and police. These are the people that are causing the biggest insecurity in the Southeast. And when they say it is sit at home, that sit at home is the reason why there is security, is a lie. Because most of the killings, most of the insecurity and crisis in the Southeast do not happen during the day of sit at home. In fact, during the other days, they commit more crime against our people than the days of sit at home. So anybody that is telling you that is always in sit at home, that this thing is happening, is a lie. Because we see that almost on daily basis, you are going to be hearing one story or the other. So you hear only one small story during the day of sit at home, which is also being orchestrated by the government to sabotage it, to say that, to give us a bad name. So, and we have made it very clear, no amount of sabotage will make us to stop the sit at home, because we are preparing our people to what is to come. And let me tell you, the way everybody is shouting about this sit at home is because they know what we are building up. They know that we are preparing our people for something bigger. And they know that what we are preparing our people for is capable of breaking up Nigeria. And we're not going to stop at that. So, my brother, it is not, when we talk about insecurity, we should be very, very clear that the people causing this security are the security agents in Nigeria, trying to stop Biafra. Otherwise, tell me the reason why you should be going from house to adopt people. Are they writing anybody that is committing crime on the face? When you go and start abducting young men from their homes, when you did not arrest them, in the act, when you did not engage them while they are committing crime and engage them in gun battle or something like that. So why would you be going from house to arrest and kidnap young men? And some of them, you mass executed them. So you see, the insecurity is being orchestrated by the government in bid or in quest to stop the Biafra agitation. And we have said it, they are going to kill us. We will also kill them while defending ourselves. And at the end of the day, Biafra will come. Thank you.
Okay, I think the next person should be Oyeka. Oyeka, go.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, we can.
A very warm greeting to you, my great comrades, Master Ekpa. More greets to your elbows. And I greet everyone in this house, all the host and the listeners. Thank you for having a time like this, and thank you for having me. First of all, I want to talk about the court issue pertaining referendum. In my own reasoning, I think this is a delay tactics. Inasmuch the UN Declaration on African Human and People's Rights is signed and domesticated by into Nigeria law, what is the court hearing or court ruling about referendum necessary? To me, it's not necessary. It's a delay tactics. Okay, how about if the judge rule there will be no referendum? So to me, I think it's a delay tactics. It's not necessary. Two, when our people are talking about insecurity, and we live, it taught me when people live the truth and begin to parabolate or try to beat around the bush, it taught me so much. Can't we ask ourselves questions? Why are the media not reporting the killings in our land, but they only report the blackmailing news or whatever they want to use to blackmail the IPOB, Mazi, Ekpa, or the ESN? But all the killings in our land for the past 10 months to 12 months, no one has ever reported. And do you remember the day 3 unknown gunmen were shot dead and they were Fulanis? Can't we ask ourselves a question? Why the media suddenly went to vacation? Am I communicating? Hello?
Go ahead. You are making a point. Go ahead.
Yes. Why don't we ask ourselves why the media did not report the Fulanis? The 3 unknown gunmen were gunned down. That 3 of them are Fulanis. Why no media reported it? And again, since all this while the unknown gunmen had been killing police and army officers, why no Fulani man ever been involved? Does it mean no Fulani in the southeast, no Fulani police officer in the southeast? Let us be reasoning. That's why I tell people, if your brain is not working, listen to Simon Ekpa, listen to Mazi broadcast. They have the antivirus that will clean the virus that have been eating up your ability to reason, so that you can reason properly. Okay? And again, I want to talk about complaining about sit at home economy. Listen to me, my people. If any governor or anybody tell you about sit at home, that the clean economy, you ask them why. In our land, we have what we give electricity for 50 years uninterrupted. I want you to know that lack of electricity in your land is deliberate. Is deliberate. Unemployment is deliberate. Those who want to build economy, can they spend 10 billion in building warehouse in the name of International Conference Center? Why can't they use all the raw materials used in constructing roads are locally sourced? What stopped them by procuring equipment and let our engineers who graduated that has no job, let them be constructing our B and C and B trunk roads? Why can't they do that? Do you know how much it will generate an economy to help the economy and a create job? Okay, why can't they make the innocent car for all the government institutions and all the government officials to be using that car mandatorily as it's being done in China and India? Don't you know how it will grow the economy? These people are not care about the economy. They just want to. In fact, they don't care about you. Those who care about you will not just go and spend money on misplaced priority, building nonsense. The man is building they say is shopping mall. Building. People are just showing building. Have you asked yourself, the goods inside the mall, how affordable is it? How affordable is the goods inside the mall? They are building misplaced priorities, talking about building infrastructure. Is that infrastructure? Is that creating jobs? Let us begin to reason very well before we talk. Again, my experience in one Nigeria. Listen, my people. My name is Onye Kachuku. Okay? I wasn't born with any spoon at all. I wasn't born with any spoon. Not even plastic spoon. Not even a Paco spoon. But I am grateful that I have a parents that's culturally educated and fearless. Okay? And I'm one of the people who suffer to train themselves and even pay school fees of my younger ones. My experience in Nigeria as an Igbo man, anybody that have that experience today will never go back in this agitation. Do you know there are some local radio houses in the north and other in southwest that deliberately deliberately sponsored by Britain and Fulani Caliphate to demonize the Igbo people, to fabricate never happened stories, to make sure that the Igbos are isolated, and all the things, the lies, 99.1% of all the things fabricated against Igbo people are false. When somebody commits crime, if he's an Igbo person, they will write his name completely, write his father's home, write his kindred, write everything. But if the same person do something good, he will hear Johnson, maybe his name is Johnson John or Calf. You will hear one Johnson John born in Lagos did Nigeria proud. Nothing about Igbo will enter. Are we not reasoning? The media has played this role to demonize the Igbos for 54 years. I mean that no tribe in that contraction will endure what Igbos have endured for 54 years. They have taken bullets for all the tribes. And I believe any other tribe that they should wake up and support what Igbo has been fighting for a very long time, because the Igbos are the only people who truly love everyone, who truly show the love and demonstrate it. I am pissed off when people will come and demonize, profile the Igbos because of few people commit crime. Somebody like Showore, Sahara reporter will playing that demonizing role played by media for the 4 years. They cannot take correction from Gowon. If Gowon were told that the people he led to starve 5 million children to death, today the same people will be killing some people, will Gowon believe it? Our people should learn. Every indigenous people should learn. I am pissed off when I see some people that cannot learn, they cannot reason. The Igbos have taken bullet for every indigenous people. Those who stood down refuse to deny their name, refuse to deny their ancestors. Some deny their identity because of their cowardice, because of money and what money can buy. And those who stood as Igbos, they are taking bullet for everyone. They are the one who truly love everyone. We don't believe in giving people fish. We believe to teach people how to fish. That is true love. Please, I have many things to say, but I will stop here. I want every one of us to know that those fighting for this disintegration are the people who truly want your best, who truly want your good. And we must give them every support. Master Ekpa, I am one of the people choosing from their mother's womb, as our leader rightfully said, to make sure that this humanistic, futuristic ideology is actualized. Thank you for the good job you are doing. I respect you so much. More grace to your elbow. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Is it about me? Is it me or somebody or the person? Isoko, is it me that is that lost network or the speaker? Hello, Onyeka, are you there?
Yes, I'm here,
okay,
sir.
So which means it is not my fault. So thank you very much, Onyeka, for your contribution. We appreciate you. Isoko Queen, are you still here or you on break? So thank you very much, Onyeka, for your contribution. We appreciate it. Isoko Queen, are you still here or you on break? Isoko, are you there? Yeah, please, Stella, can you mute yourself, please? Okay, Isoko Queen probably is on break. So, Stella, can you now speak to us? Thank you.
Yes. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Sorry, my leader.
Please,
I just came in now.
Streaming. Can you please mute yourself?
Yes, but Stella just came in now. Stella just came in now.
No, we have somebody who is in charge of this, and she is not around now. So let us wait for her to come. But for the meantime, Stella, go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Am I coming out clear?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, please, my brother that said I just came in now. I'm not just coming in now. It has been network, okay? So all the same, I'm a confirmed pilot. Not even fan, full member. So what we are saying is what we must achieve, whether they like it or not. Just as I've been saying, telling my people, they were saying, please, can we try and vote this time? Maybe Peter or this. I say, come on. You know, most of our people, they are not getting this information. I must tell you. Most of them, the one they are getting fast is negative, 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 negative. Huh? I spoke with one of my family members last week. She told me that Simon Ekpa is the problem in the southeast. I said, where did you get that from? That Simon is causing problems. I said, seriously? You mean all this information that is everywhere, you people are not getting it? That Simon is causing this, causing that. I say, oh God, you people are not even listening. Not that you want to get it right for once. You are complaining, sit at home, this and that and this. But during lockdown, you people stayed at home for more than 4-5 months. Now that we are trying to make it right, just now, they said, get ready, prepare yourself for 2 weeks, sit at home. 2 weeks. You people are complaining. Even we that are in abroad, it's not easy for us. I want to go home. Me and my family, I want to go home. I told them, this is not the time of bring money, buy me phone. I told them I want to go home. If I go home, I can do farming. We have land. I want to do farming. I was telling them, they should please endure. If this is what it will cost us, let us endure and do it for once and do it right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, my sister Stella. And of course, sometimes it baffles me when they are saying Simon Ekpa is the problem, as if Simon Ekpa is the one who made Nigeria what it is today. How is that my problem? I'm only trying to solve the problem of my people by making them to leave Nigeria. As simple as that. And let me also make it very clear today that we are not only talking about the general election, which is the presidential election. We are saying no election whatsoever in Biafraland in 2023, be it local government chairman, be it state governorship, be it councillor, be it anything. There will be no election under Nigeria in Biafraland in 2023. So, you know, because a lot of people are asking, are we focusing only on presidential election? It is not every election. The people that are running around contesting or saying they want to contest for election in Biafraland are not speaking up about the impunity, the insecurity, and what the Nigeria Fulani have done to our people in our land. So how are we going to be electing cowards to come and represent us when they cannot even talk? Nobody is talking, nobody is speaking. So we are just making it very clear that it is not only the presidential election, it is the all election will not take place in Biafra land. And we are going to be monitoring the schedule and the timetable of this election, and we are going to be bringing our necessary measures, which is going to be civil disobedience as the time goes on. So it is not about presidential election, in case somebody and people are misunderstanding what we are saying. Thank you. All right, Isoko, I was calling you and you were not there. You're welcome. Okay, Isoko left already. Now we go to Idahosa. Idahosa, can you unmute yourself, please?
Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much. My name is Idahosa Peter, as you can see. So I love this topic for today. What I want to stress is that people don't understand the gravity of the situation we are. Me personally, I have a personal problem with the Nigerian state. I have a personal problem with the Nigerian state. When you vote, look at this vote that is coming. If you vote one vote, just one vote from the South for the entire South, you have validated your slavery for another 8 years, 10 years. I was watching Weke, I was just laughing. Weke coming out. You see, I don't want to be second-class citizen in my own country. You see, they are looking for somebody that they will be pushing about, they will be controlling. Even if I become president, they want to control me. Weke, I was just laughing at Weke. Are you not listening to Simon Ekpa every day? that even if you elect Peter Obi today, he cannot do anything. Where are you going to start the story from? Do you want to restructure the army? The army, they are all these people that have just power in Nigeria. They are aliens. Why my personal beef with this Nigeria is this? You understand the story of our Oba of Benin? I'm from Edo. Our kingdom has been there for the last nothing close 10,000 years of traceable history of dynasty. Now you see people. Now they made an alien. I always call them alien. They made an alien who came to this space. An alien. They made him the head of the traditional rulers of Nigeria. How can you beat that? An alien, the man came in 1804, early 1804, and they told you that he created a kingdom. He created a kingdom. There was never a caliphate in the north. So for you to be able to create a caliphate, it takes at least 50 to 60 years. Who's photo? He died just 4 years after he came. He did not have the time to create caliphate. The British, they sold this propaganda to the whole entire Nigeria. And each time you see, when the British left, they gave the key of Nigeria to these aliens. And each time our elders, our ancestors, like the Azikiwe, like these people, they were not intelligent enough. They made gods out of these aliens. And these aliens, they took advantage of the situation. You see Weke running 200 million here, 500 million here in Sokoto this year. You see Obaseki running. You see all the government. Any time they want to take decisions, they will go to Sokoto. They will go to Kaduna. They want to go and be taking instructions from aliens. Now everybody is not clear. You see, this fight of Biafra should not be the fight of only the Boselo. It is a victory that we are trying to educate our people in Benin. They don't understand that an alien is now heading their own upper, which is unacceptable in an abomination. The Sokoto, I'm saying it publicly. I don't have my face. He is an alien. He has nothing to do with the head of national rulers in this country. You understand? Look at how they want to catch you people. I was one of the people that started therapy 5 months ago. If you go to my Twitter page, you will see it. I was thinking that, okay, if PDP gives Peter Obi this thing, maybe from there we can manipulate one or two things. But after this PDP convention, what I saw was power in Nigeria is no longer by politics. It is no longer by party. It is now tribal. Atiku knew that he was going to fail. Once Atiku knew that he was going to fail, what did he not do? Because if you tell a northerner, if you are friends with northerner, let us take power. The last question is, at the end of the day, this power, when we take out this power now, where is the power going to? If the power is going to the south, my brother from the south, we are standing alone. That was what happened to Peter Obi. Peter Obi was thinking Tabuwa would stand. But everyone knew that if this election takes place, this power is going to the south. Because once Weke clears that PDP ticket, automatically he has 98% chance of taking that power back to the south. What did Tabuwa do? He said, my people, you cannot vote for Atiku. Me, I'm leaving. Because they don't want power to go to the south. They will not allow power to go to the south. If you doubt me, wait for APC convention by Saturday, you will understand that it is Tinubu that will break Nigeria. It is not Sabayeta. Tinubu will break Nigeria. You will see what will happen. Buhari today now, they are saying Buhari said, please vote for my anointed candidate. Buhari anointed candidate is not Tinubu. You will see what will happen. Everybody knows the truth. They are all afraid. I was in my space a few minutes ago. I was saying Obaseki made a mistake. He should have even been the campaign director of Weke. One person came and said, Peter, no, you see, you people miscreant. Do you think I'm a miscreant? Do you think I'm a miscreant in France? I don't have anything. I spend my money night and day to do campaign for this Biafra. Because the problem is Biafra are just paying the brunt of this situation. Biafra dying for the whole South, which should not be, it should be the fight of the whole South. Now they are beginning to get it. It's a little bit too late. How can you, because if Biafra break, Nigeria is gone. You understand? If If tomorrow they say Biafra, okay, you go, Benin will restore their kingdom. Do you understand? Yoruba they are already gone. Do you understand? Middle best will so people don't understand. If you know the better situation you are, you will be thanking Ekpa. You will be thanking Nnamdi morning, night, and evening. You will be praying for them. You will be blessing them. The people who have hijacked power, they are aliens. Go to my Twitter page. I repeat that every day, 100 times a day. They are aliens. And this power, they will not let it go. So you want to do an election, Peter Obi now in Labour Party, he is just a distraction. Because if one Igbo votes, you have validated the slavery foundation. Let me tell you what is going on. These aliens, they never expected what is happening now. They need 4 or 5 more years to capture you all economically. If an alien becomes the next president of Nigeria, you are done economically, socially, morally. You will be done in the South. I'm not talking about the East, too. I'm talking about Edo people. Obaseki should have been the campaign manager of even sponsor Wege. But they went, you see, this divide and rule since 1940 something. The Fulani understand these things. Okay, Weke, okay, but if I help you to fight power now, where the power going is the Weke, they left Weke in no road. You don't understand the gravity. I'm begging. Understand the gravity of the situation you are. If you don't do this thing now, your children will be born slaves. You are already slaves. Look at the governor, River State governor, the second richest state in Nigeria. He is shouting, I don't want to be second citizen in my country. I don't want to be slave. Who are you? Do you have the influence of Weke? Are you a governor? No, you are just a commoner in Nigeria. And you want to go and vote. If Weke is saying something that he is a slave in his own country, if Weke are saying something that even if you put president there, they want these aliens from Putajelo, they want to be controlling the person. Weke say, no, I refuse to be controlled by aliens. Go and listen to Weke. So my people, what I want to say this afternoon is that I'm begging you people. You people should understand that election is not the solution. The election, go and carry Peter Obi, put there, Peter Obi will be like remote. Look at what happened to Peter Obi. Peter Obi went to London. Only God knows what they told him there. You know, I'm suspecting what they told me is this. You see, we cannot, you see, it will be difficult for you to win election. If you win election, it will be difficult for you. So what you should do is that maybe leave your party. Maybe we will support you. Peter Obi was standing there like a tree in front of this down. He was standing there like, don't you see him? Peter Obi is a distraction. Peter Obi is a very good man. Peter Obi is a very intelligent man. Peter Obi is a very intelligent. But that will be a good president under Biafra, not Nigeria. If Peter Obi is there.
Yeah, thank you very much, Idahosa. You have made a very, very big and very good, valid point.
Thank you very much. Let me leave you here.
Yeah, thank you. Our Isoko is having a very disturbing network, so we'll be waiting until she fixes that network so that I think she's back. So Isoko, you are back. Let me make comment about what Idahosa said about P2B. What happened about P2B, for those who are supporting P2B and they don't know what they are supporting, is that when he went to the UK to meet with them, so nobody know whatever they discussed. But I'm gonna tell you now from our own analytical review that what happened was that they knew if P2B stayed back in PDP, just like he's going to complain just like every other person is complaining today. They're going to humiliate him and, the tribal and this particular dangerous diversity. And the Fulani conquest will be very visible. Even now that it is visible in Wiki and Empires and all of them, So they asked P2B because it will be more premature, how things will turn around. They asked P2B to go to other party where he can easily become a presidential candidate. And the reason why P2B will go to another party is not because he is going to win a presidential election in Nigeria. It can never be possible. But they want P2B to be part of the presidential race, so that they will say the Biafrans and the Igbo people are part of the list. They are among the list of the people contesting for the presidential election, and thereby allowing the pressurizing the Igbos to come out of the election to validate this particular fraud again. That's all. So the part of this campaign and this election is not that he's going to win, but the British have just deceived him, thinking that when he go to another party, he is P2B cannot win a ward in Sokoto, not to talk of winning a ward in Bauchi. So the point here is that he is just what we call complete the sentence. In Igbo language, Mejia Hiro Kundia. In order to use him to draw the Igbos to vote and thereby validating this election. And that is one of the reasons we are going to fight tooth and nail to make sure election don't take place in Biafraland. Thank you. All right, Isoko, over to you. Your network
I'm
allows
back. Yeah, my network been kicking me out. Okay, guys, you're not raising people that you're not raising your hands. Please raise your hands. Stream. I think stream media. You can go stream media. After you, then Igbudu will go. Then Dr. Tim will go. Then the three of you should go first. Please, the rest of you, please raise up your hand if you're on stage so that I
Okay.
can call you. So stream, you go first. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. Mazi, Sam, Ekpa, I must thank you very much. I must thank you. You're a good leader. After our Ebu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I think you are the next. I will say thank you to. You are really doing a good work. I've seen your video. I follow you everywhere. Before you tweet, I've already liked it and retweet your video, everything, and on YouTube. I must say thank you very much for
that. Thank you.
I'm most grateful. Thank you very much. Yes, my sister, also thank you very much. I know the network is very bad here in Nigeria, off and on. Straight to the point, please, I want to actually ask one question. And before I ask the question, please, I want us to go straight to the point and make our point so that other people will not get tired of listening you repeating yourself and being, you know what it is. Most of them here, they don't have time to keep their data for hours, but leave us, we can manage it. So please, let's go straight to the point and make our point and just go out. Now, this is what I want to ask. Mazi-san, please, I want to know, is it possible for us to have, first of all, before we go to this 2 weeks stay at home, can we first of all have nationwide stay at home? For example, we say all Biafraland Monday. Okay, we say Wednesday, if you're a Biafran, you are all over the state, all over the place in this country, in Nigeria, Wednesday, wherever you are, whatever you are doing, stay at home. They will not say, okay, on Friday, another nationwide, all over the world. Now, why I'm saying this is this. It's very simple, it's very easy, and it's very, very somehow for people in the East. My first speaker, the first person that spoke, really touched my heart when he said, people are complaining. Yes, I know what it is. We know what it is when you say 2 weeks at home. But I know COVID-19 even made people to stay at home even more than that, and they didn't complain. So why are we complaining for that 2 weeks? That's by the way. But please, is it possible? Let me reset my question. For us to have Monday for all Biafra in East.
Well, my brother, let me cut you short, and I don't want to, but let me tell you, exactly what you said now is already on the table, and with the awareness have started already. So we are doing underground work on that already. So it is already ongoing, and we are getting there. That's why I have always said that this is at home that we see today is just we are preparing our people to what is to come. So exactly what you are saying is already on the pipeline. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I think it's all I have to say for now. Thank you. I'm most grateful. Thank you.
Yeah, hello everyone. Can I be heard?
Yes, we are hearing you loud and clear.
Go ahead.
All right, Mazi Simon Ekpa, it's a greetings from the East. I bring you Eastern greetings from the land of the rising sun.
Greeting.
Yeah, and I greet you all, co-host and Odogu, and everyone here. Okiti, I see you. I want to make something clear and hope that you see this thing in this way I'm trying to talk about. No matter what the outcome of this election is, it's going to be in favor of Igbos. Why do I say so? Even if you allow the election to hold, for instance, and Simon Ekpa does not, and Peter Obi does not win, it will become very clear to everybody that we are not wanted in Nigeria. But then see the little twist. If you do not allow the election to hold, then from the nature of my business, I tend to go around a lot and I get people's opinion. I must tell you, people are relatively emotionally attached to Obi presently. I know it is clear, it is obvious that he's not going to.
See my network or is
Contesting
it
with.
him?
Hello.
Good man, are you done?
No, am I being heard?
Yeah, we can hear you
Hello?
now.
Okay. Here's what I'm saying.
Yes, we can hear you now.
So here's what I'm saying. If we do not allow the election to hold, people will blame us for the fate of the people because I see people attached to Obi. I go around a lot and I see people talking about how they are going to get their PVC, that they believe that Obi is going to make a change. This is what I see from my own perspective. So I think it might make a little sense if we said, let's allow this voting to happen so that it will be clear to everybody, because if we must do this whole thing, we need as much people on board as possible. So if we are going to say there will be no election, I think that some people might just say that we are stopping them from doing what they consider right, because Mazi Simon, I believe you have some men on ground who can do this investigation and you can confirm by yourself how much emotional attachment people have to Mr. Obi. So I suggest that you might want to look at that aspect again, because it might now look like you are forcing a lot of people. I took a little statistics as far as Southeast is concerned, and I understand that some people are really, really emotionally attached and they feel that this is the change they are looking for. But it will be best, in my opinion.
We lost the Buddha again.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, okay. You would have just I've heard what he said. You see, let me tell you. It is, you see, personally, I have supported P2B and Atiku in 2019 when I was one Nigerianist. So I understand how these people who don't understand Nigeria feel. And I understand we are not moving with our emotion for this particular struggle for the liberation of our people. If you look at what happened during the Brexit, it is all about, I want to be part of EU, I don't want to be part of EU. Some people even called Nigel Farage a crazy man. They blackmailed him because he was, having the same political view and opinion with President Donald Trump. He was even there during the Trump campaign. So people were like, this man is crazy. This man is racist. This man is that. This man is this. At the end of the day, the majority of the people of the United Kingdom carries the vote. So it does not matter what people who support P2B in Biafraland have to say. What matters is that the majority of people who want to sit at home are bigger in number than those who want to go out and vote. So those who want to go out and vote, they can go out and they risk their life when the Nigerian government will want to use them to end Biafra struggle. Our own is that the majority of people that want to leave Nigeria and they are ready not to vote, they are ready to stop election in the Biafra land, are about 90%. So only the 10% or even less than that, are the people talking about P2B. And the reason why they are talking about P2B is because they are ignorant of Nigeria. I have served Nigeria very well. I am telling you the fact. I have been a campaign in front of campaigning for P2B in 2019. So, you can't tell me who P2B is. Even P2B himself, no, he is not contesting an election to become president. This is the truth. He knows he is not contesting this election to be president because he can never be. So what I'm trying to tell you is that we are not going to say because 0.01% of people in the Southeast are saying, oh, P2B has brought change. It is because they don't actually know Nigeria. In fact, nobody will have knowledge about Nigeria and talk about election. So for the fact that they are even saying P2B, the change they are looking for has come, means that they are ignorant of Nigeria. And we cannot be living on ignorant of people. Those of us, the most important thing is that the biggest number of Biafrans who are now liberated in their mind and soul and they have knowledge about Nigeria are bigger in number. So it is the same thing that is going to happen during the time of a referendum. If, for example, that you end up going to referendum and people to vote to leave Nigeria, you think that you are going to be waiting for people who want to vote no to get convinced first before we go to the poll? No. They are going to come to the poll and say, I want to vote against Biafra. So if they vote against Biafra, it is their choice. So people must come against what we are doing. But the most important thing is that those who agree with us are bigger in number. And it is always majority that carries the vote. And if anything come out of it, if any crisis come out of it, the number of the people that are agreeing with us will always stand by us, and we are going to fight together. So forget all these things that they are telling you Peter is contesting. He is not contesting to be president. He is just being used to validate Nigeria's scam and fraud. That is all. And he may know it, he may also not know it. The reason why he is going to be part of this election under Labour Party that have no supporters, and let me tell you, no political party can win presidential election when that political party is not modernized and Fulanized political party. As it stands now, the only modernized and Fulanized political party is PDP and APC. Once you are out of this two political party, you are no-go area in Nigeria federal level. Thank you very much.
I think the next person is Dr. Tim. Dr. Tim, go.
Okay. Good evening, everybody from here. Mazi Simeon Ekpa, I want to thank you especially for the great work we are doing. Am I being heard?
Yes, we can hear
yes.
you.
Yeah, Mazi Simeon Ekpa, I am truly an ardent follower of your programs. I have consistently followed you, and I must commend you for your doggedness. I must commend you for your mental toughness. I must commend you for the effort you are putting in place from the time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was adopted and the rendition to Nigeria. You have remained a voice. You might have remained a lone voice in the wilderness. You've been doing great. I must say kudos to you and more power to your elbow. Remain strong. I know the battle ahead is greater, is stronger, is tougher. We need people that have such mental toughness to carry on. But there is one thing I must have to say. I have taken time to analyze your person and the person of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I found out that you are a proper replica in so many areas. But there is one area, I don't know, that might be the area you both differ. Nnamdi Kanu, even in his toughness, will always want to take into cognizance the pain and the sufferings of the poor Biafrans back home. He will always consider them, even in his rigidity. He will not be so rigid when it comes to the Biafrans at home. I remember when he asked for the Biafrans abroad to make contribution. He said that no single person from Biafrans at home will be asked to make any contribution. I remember during the lockdown, the COVID-19, he sent some, palliative to ameliorate the effect of poverty that existed in the Biafraland. And I also remember what happened in 2019 during the election, when the pressure was much because of the people of the East, the Biafran. At the dying minute, Nnamdi Kanu canceled the no election, and asked the Igbos to go and vote. And that actually, even though people are today criticizing, but that turned out actually to be on our favor, because people saw that at the end of the day, nothing happened. Nothing at all happened. So what I'm trying to say is, you will also have to put the Biafrans in your mind, because those of us that are living in Biafraland are going through a lot. We are going through a lot. So when we sit at home consistently without taking cognizance of the poor people that are living in Biafraland, I mean, it is somehow unbearable. So this is one area in your toughness. I remember they said, Obasanjo said that the next person after Nnamdi Kanu has such a military mental toughness that he can be worse, much more vociferous and much more tough than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which I believe you are. But on the other hand, sometimes consider the people, the poor masses that are living in Biafraland, to whom you are fighting for, their freedom. And I believe that it is only the living that will enter into the Biafran land. We will not be fighting for the living, for freedom, when all the living are dead. Who will then enter into that freedom or that land of promise? So we must carry them along. We must ensure that they live to enter into that Biafra land. We must not allow them to die of poverty, to die of, you know what is going on here. You are aware of what is going on here in Biafraland. So please reduce some of this toughness as it relates to sitting at home and the other stringent measures that are applied to see to it that we get freedom. Freedom is our desire. That is all what we are actually believing and striving for. But we know that it's only the living that will lead to get into that. Lastly, on the coming election, I have listened to you and I have heard your own area. In fact, I was among those that says if this election is not held, Igbos will hold you responsible, because at the end of the day, they will say it is because the IPOB or Senior Ekpa said there will be no election. That is the reason why our own time, the best opportunity, because the Igbos are seeing now, they are seeing Obi as the best bet and the best opportunity. So they are now looking at it. If anybody will stop it or truncate it, it will now be seen as that person is our greatest enemy, because this is the only opportunity. On the other hand, it could be the last opportunity for us to prove to the entire Igbo race and to the entire Biafran that these people don't want us any longer. But I have heard you now say that what they just want to do is to use Obi to validate this illegality called election, which, having reasoned with you, I know also it is true. But on the other hand, they might just also be the benefit of the doubt to open the eyes of everybody to come to the reality and realization that actually the Igbos and the entire Biafrans are no longer needed in Nigeria. Simeon, thank you so much. Keep doing what you are doing. I thank God for the freedom you have gotten, being liberated from that witch called Nelly and all that. God bless you, and God strengthen you, and God keep keeping you and make you to be who He wants you to be. Nnamdi Kanu saw something in you and asked you to remain resilient. I want you to remain resilient. God, who had begun this good work in you, will keep you and make you see Biafra. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Tim. Just stay on the line. Let me respond to you. I like the way you address this issue, point by point and line by line. I want to thank you for this acknowledging the fact that some level of mental toughness is needed. Let me start by telling you this, okay? First of all, I am not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and I can never be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am Simon Ekpa, and I'm a disciple of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that is why, if they want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come and do how he normally do it, they also should release him so that he will come and compel me to not to speak. Because I know if he come out now, he may influence the way I talk. So, and he may influence the decision that I am making or that we are making now. So our priority is to see that he is released because he has committed no crime. So if they, and let me also make it very clear, it is not like when the time for the election come, they will not release him to say, okay, go and speak to release. We will not accept it. So the condition is that if they want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to speak to Biafrans, on this issue of election, they should release him now, not during the election, or not when they see that we have actually prepared and everything, and they will release him and say, go and speak to Biafrans. That time it will be fail on arrival. Now, so the issue that people are shouting about to be being hope and opportunity. I want to inform you that anybody that is talking like that has never been part of Biafra. In fact, anybody that is thinking that P2B is another last hope, it has never been delivered from the spirit of Nigeria. And as it stands today, we believe that the people that believe in Biafra are bigger than people that believe in Nigeria. So anybody that is telling you, oh, we should have P2B, we should give him another chance. Oh, he is a last hope. First of all, they are one Nigerianists. They never believe in Biafra. And they also do not have knowledge about Nigeria. So because if they do, they will not be saying P2B is another last hope, because the hope is there is no hope whatsoever that is in P2B when it comes to Nigeria. So for the fact that they are even talking about, let us give P2B a chance, or already made them not to be Biafra. They never believe in Biafra in the first place. So anybody that is telling you today that P2B should be given a chance, or that we should try P2B, it means that first of all, it is like insulting our sensibility. It is like, telling me that I am an idiot for what I know about, everything I know about Nigeria, everything I know about Fulani, everything I know about the system of Nigeria, everything I know how they have systematically conquered the entire system of Nigeria is a lie. So that is what the person is telling me. Because if the person knows what I know, which is fact, and it is playing every day in all sectors of Nigeria economy, it is not like I am like, what we know, the Biafra people, not only me, it's not like what we know is like, without a proof or without fact. So we cannot know all those things. Somebody will come from nowhere who don't know about Nigeria, who care not to know, will not tell you that P2B is another last hope. So let us try him first. No. We have tried, and the opportunity we have now may never come again. So we are going to grab this opportunity to make sure that election don't take place in Biafraland. It is going to be the beginning. And the issue of our people suffering about sit at home and all that, yes, we know that our people are suffering. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is somebody that, care for our people. I care for our people too. The question now is that, for how long are we going to be, nursing this injury that we have without giving a proper treatment to the injury once and for all? For all this while that we nurse this injury, our leader gave that go ahead to vote in 2019. How has it solved our problem today? Today, the Southeast has become one of the most insecure places in Nigeria. It is as a result of some of these, decisions we make. And of course, it was not a wrong decision, because if he had done what I am going to, or what we are going to do this time around, nobody would believe, all these people that are complaining now would not have the opportunity to complain what they are complaining today. So, but the only thing is that that particular opportunity is not going to come again. we are not going to stop. We are not going to stop this particular order of sit at home and no election. We can never ever go back from it. We know that our people are suffering, and there is no food. And let me tell you, the more you talk about this no food, is the more the Nigeria will put pressure for you to continue to talk about, because the system was designed to make you poor so that you can never ever rise up against them. If you rise up, they will tell you there is no food. If you try to do anything, they will attack your economy. They will burn your shops, they will burn your businesses and all that. So it is a system that is designed, and we have come to discover that actually this particular poverty that is in Nigeria is on purpose to make sure that you never rise up against them any day. So we are going to be researching to see how to beat that particular systematic conquest of our people by making you poor. We have found out that this civil disobedience and other strategic measures that we have not yet made public will come. And we are now training our people to know that their freedom and living Nigeria is the best thing that will ever happen to them. We have succeeded in making our people to stay at home 3 days. During COVID-19, they stay at home for many months. So this whole thing is gradually, they are going to get used to it. It is for their best interest, not for my own best interest, not for best interest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but for their own best interest and for the future of their children. So my brother, I understand that this is a problem. I understand that our people are not finding it easy, but it is what must be done for them to be free and have a better future. I want to remind you that during the time of the India independence movement, their civil disobedience lasted from 1857 to 1947. That was over 100 years or up to 100 years. Now, when you look at the Biafra struggle officially started in 1967. We are still on it today. So by the time we get independent, you are going to calculate how many years we have fought Nigeria from 1967 officially till the date Biafra will be restored. Thank you, my brother. I am not going to, use because of emotion that our people are suffering. We know and we facilitate with them. We are going to try our best to make sure that this whole measures that we are going to put in place will not be too much problem to them. But it is something that must be done. Or would they prefer that if war break out today, which they already brought the war to us, because as I'm talking to you now, there is a secret civil war going on, silent civil war going on in the Southeast. So if we decide to take this war open to begin to respond to them, nobody will be talking about complaining about sit at home now, because you will be forced to sit at home by bullet. The bullet and the sound of gun and everything will force you to sit at home. Also, we're not going to go there without being prepared. So now we are only asking them to do this particular sacrifice. Sacrifice your vote in 2023. Just sacrifice this vote and leave the rest to us. We know what we are doing. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah, the next person to speak will be Success, followed by Anthony. Anthony, are you still on stage? Because you're not raising your hand. Anthony, are you there? Please mute your mic. Let me know that you're there. Okay, you're not there. So Success, you go. You are there,
Right.
Anthony. Okay, after Success, Anthony, you will go. Then Mount, which is a lady, Mouthpiece will go. Then the master political person will go. The mayor of Imo will go. Please know your numbers. Success, you start. Go.
Right. Good evening, fellow Biafrans. Good evening, one Nigerians in the house. Good evening, Simon, Ekpa, and all the gentlemen of the press. I am Success.
Success. Please, can you take just 2 minutes? We have so many people on the queue to come. I want to bring up.
There's no problem. There's no problem. I will round up within 2 minutes. Yes. Yes. Based on the issues on discussion, the topic, the court fixed on 10th of October 2022 for the ruling of a referendum, no election in Biafraland. Yes, this is in a two-step, and the people who are engaged in these lawsuits, I don't know what they want to achieve. But let me say this: in 2009, we had a lawsuit against Nigerian government at the Federal High Court by the Supreme Council of Elders. And we, on our leader, when he was communicated, Nnamdi Kanu asked them to go to the court and ask them one simple question. And that question is, do we have rights for self-determination? That's all. Just ask that question and leave the court premises. And I'm telling you, that question has not been answered up to today. And when you tell Nigerians, those of you that are one Nigerians in the house, you will argue that there is no referendum, there's no section of your constitution that supports referendums. That if we want it to happen, then we should pressurize the National Assembly, the Senate, and the Rep to insert it in the constitution. Why? As Nigeria right as well, which endorse referendum and self-determination. So what am I saying? What I'm saying in essence is that, hope I'm coming out. Hello? Hope I'm coming out.
We can hear
All right.
you.
What I'm saying in essence is that the lawsuit against the Nigerian government on referendum, they should go and ask them a very simple question, because you are in a law, you are in a court fighting for a referendum that does not exist in the constitution. The state does not exist in the constitution. So that means there's no court in Nigeria that has the jurisdictions for that very matter. It is a deception, and they just want to use that to deceive us. We cannot wait for that. So what they will do is ask the court of the lady, the justice, do we have right for self-determination? That is the basis of our freedom or the lawsuit. Then secondly, those of those who are crying for P2B are not students of history. Obi was mandated by Ojukwu to govern Anambra State, on the note that Obi will be of a help to elevate the poverty in Southeast, another part of the East. But Obi ended up killing our own people. Obi ended up killing our own people. And that becomes a very worst scenario we have ever had. Ezu River, cost floats in Ezu River. It's under Obi's watch. And we have not forgotten. That is number two. Then, on electioneering in Nigeria, we have crossed the Rubicon. In 2019, Onyendo has given the last mercy he would have if he's around with us now as a free man. So he has given the last option, which is 2019 general election, where he lifted it. And in this one, we have crossed the Rubicon of electioneering in Nigeria. And there's nothing like that is going to take place in this land. People are not suffering. Every one of us in Biafraland are suffering, and every one of us wants to go. And that every measure that we have adopted for us to leave this country, our people are 100% backing it, in support of it. So those of us who come to Twitter space to say that our people are suffering, I am also part of the people in Biafraland. And I have taken census. If you take census of 10 persons in each space, you'll find out that it is only one that we may be speaking against the wills of the people. So what am I saying is that P2B and all their tricks we know about it, they should pack it somewhere. People are not complaining. The sit at home continues, and there is no changes concerning the 2 weeks sit at home. Freedom fighters are not emotional. They are very patient and calculative, and that's what everybody should be. We must, if we apply these tactics, we will leave Nigeria at this particular point in time. That's what I have to say. Thank you and good evening.
Yeah, thank
you
you
very much, Success. That was a very brilliant one. Thank you very much.
The next person should go, please. Anthony.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Good evening.
MSC, I want to thank you for everything you've been doing. And I want you to remember one thing. Our leader needs you more than you need him. And anybody who kills innocent Biafrans will never go unpunished. Wiki has received his own breakfast. Others will receive their own too. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. That was very brilliant and very short. Thank you very much, Anthony. Great. See you in the evening.
Thank you, Anthony. Hello.
Hello. I guess I'm the next.
Yes, you're next. You go, please.
Okay, good day to you all. I thank you for bringing me in. I think most of the speakers have almost said what I wanted to say, but I want to reiterate here. You know that the governorship election in Anambra State was allowed for political solution for MNK. But are you hearing me?
Yes.
Okay. So for political solution for MNK. But unfortunately, till today, all those clamor has gone on the ground. Now, people are talking about sit at home, sit at home. I don't really understand our people. How can someone be suffering so much for how many decades? And you don't tell yourself, okay, let us try this referendum and see how it goes. Let us just sit at home. It's not because some people haven't really experienced war and are talking about, complaining about sit at home. I don't understand it. If someone hasn't been killed, anyone that you know, or the person that you're related to, you will understand when people are telling you that the sit at home is the best option for us for now. If we really are really sure of what we want. Because all this clamor for P2B and all that, look at, for instance, P2B was not in the Labour Party. All of a sudden, he was given the flag bearer of Labour Party. People don't even ask themselves, is this real? Is it real? What kind of having a real election in Nigeria, even after all that has been happening? We know quite well that P2B is going to disappoint all his followers because of what is going on. He is just there because I am very, very sure that he was given or compensated for something for him to just be there. So anyone talking about complaining about sit at home is just doing that to confuse him or herself. Now, if we do not do this referendum, this is the only chance we've got. If everyone is not pushing for referendum, then the person doesn't really know what is going on in Nigeria. All this, I know sometimes it's because of hunger, that people are clamoring, because when you are giving a little bit of money, then you start talking about politics and on all that, P2B that, P2B this. When we all know that we are in a very dire situation. After this, we are finished if we don't get this referendum down. And if we don't get it right now, we are done. How many times will the ants bite us on the buttock before we can learn? When will we learn not to sit where the ants will stop biting us? This is psychological warfare for us. It is time we now stand to say, it is now or never. It's referendum for us. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Simon.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Isoko, I have 12 minutes. So can we manage 12 minutes just from now on?
Okay. I have a mayor of Imo, Odogu. There's a one Nigeria needs on our stage right now. Umar, on mute. What do you want to say, Umar?
Okay, good evening, Isuku Queen and Mr. Simon.
Good evening.
Yeah, please, I have a few questions to ask. So what will happen if in the eventuality that on the 10th of October, the court rules out the referendum option? And secondly, why not, since the people in support of Biafra are much in your own region, why not use the National Assembly option, whereby you vote your own people into the National Assembly to move a motion in support of this referendum you guys are clamoring for? So I think these are my few options. And about the sit at home, I am a miner, and sometime last year I was in Abakaliki. So I purchased all my minerals from there to export to China and other countries I have my clients from. So there's this thing I noticed: there is no any form of structured leadership within the people in those communities I visited. There is no village head. So when the time for collection of royalties and other things come up, any youth that is available, let me say the strongest among them, actually collect the royalty, which is not obtainable here in the north. How we do it here is that there are organized organizations, let's say a community tax collection levy of a sort. They collect the money, then they put it back into the community purse. So please, I don't know if you can respond to these questions before the time elapses.
Thank you very much. On the issue of the royalty in our society in Biafra land, the politicians, because of the system of Nigeria, have destroyed our culture. Our culture has been politicized. So in the past, we used to have village chiefs being appointed according to the culture and tradition of our people. So the people that are being village chiefs or traditional rulers are being selected by the gods of the land, and they have what we call justice, what we call the Ofonobu. They used to give them that particular staff of office, and it is traditional. So these days, the Nigeria system deliberately destroyed that. Of course, in the north, it is not the same because you preserved your own culture because because you are the one in charge of Nigeria. And let me also tell you that if part of the north also are having the same problem, but then you still have give them this particular different special status. Like for example, the former emir of Kanu, Sanusi, was also a political appointee. But there are still some of these emirs that are not a political appointee in the north, so you still preserve it. In our own land, the Nigeria system has helped the politicians to destroy our tradition, thereby appointing traditional rulers in different communities based on political appointments. That has become political appointment for them to be used to rig election in the next coming election. So when you become a governor, you will make sure that any traditional ruler that is not dancing to your tone, you will strip that person, that particular traditional ruler of the title. So it has become the system in our land, and we are going to restore it back when Biafra come.
Yes,
Then
sir.
the issue.
I think that goes back to my second question about why not.
No. Let me
people.
address the other one. Now you asked about the National Assembly and the referendum. Now, the issue of the National Assembly is that it is not going to be possible because the people from your region have ulterior motive why they restructured Nigeria the way it is, so that they will always be the one to decide on the fate of other part of Nigeria. And that is why they restructured Nigeria in this 6 geopolitical zone. So when you talk about people being voted to National Assembly to go and raise a motion, how would you stand on the National Assembly and raise a motion that you want a referendum or that you want Biafra? The next minute you will be killed. You will be killed, you will be assassinated, because the next person that will do it will not come back the next day to see how the motion will go. So before you go there, you may have been warned, and they have also rules in the National Assembly, what you are going to bring as a motion and what not to bring as a motion. And to confirm this particular fact, Abaribe also have said this in the secret, that there are motions that you will not be allowed to bring to the National Assembly. So it is only those that they are allowed that you are going to hear and watch in television. So, and even if you succeed in standing up and start shouting, I raise a motion for referendum, you are going to see that the people from Kanu State alone, the senators from Kano State alone have outnumbered the senators from the Southeast. So it is an injustice that will can never be accepted. So we are not accepting that anymore. That is why we are all shouting that it is not ever going to solve any problem through democratic process, like going to the National Assembly and raise a motion. It is not going to be possible because the people that restructured this or structured this system like this deliberately did it, so that we will never have any chance of amending it in the future. And this is where we are today. So the issue of going to a National Assembly is dead on arrival because the people from Kano State outnumber the people from the Southeast alone. That already has made it impossible for us to go to any National Assembly to raise a motion or referendum. And you see these people that are coming from other parts of Nigeria to say, okay, we are registering our concern for referendum and all that. So you may be thinking that, okay, let us come together to let us bring all the representatives together and then file a motion at the National Assembly because you have so many people now that have joined the suit. That is where the problem lies. For example, the people that you are representing you from your different constituency, once they become elected, once they go to Abuja, the Nigeria possess them. They become as bad, as evil as those who control them from the northern Nigeria. And they are going to only be fighting to protect the assets and the wealth they are looting from the government. The example of it is somebody like Okorocha. Okorocha is now a senator and he is now vying for the office of the president. Just at the dying minute, the EFCC invaded his house and they entered his house through the ceiling. He was seen praying and shouting to God. So you think that Okorocha, for example, will go to National Assembly and talk about Biafra or talk about referendum? It is not possible because if he talk about it, the next minute he will find himself in Kuje prison. So, or is it Ojo Sokalo, who is also a senator? He was in the Kuje prison. So that was a lesson. They already taught him a lesson. He tried to come out as a president to contest for presidential election. He ran away because if he tried, he's going to go back to Kuje prison. So all these people, they have their own way of getting them. So we can never, ever make any headway in anything at National Assembly. And then even the most saint person from the Biafraland, if he goes there, they will corrupt him. Abaribe today is complaining about election in Abia State. He says he's not going to be part of the election of the PDP primary election. They have rubbished him. So, and he is the only one that we feel that is at least is not corrupt and all that. But look at the way they have treated him in his own state. It is the primary election of PDP in his own state. So this is we have checked the Nigeria system. Anybody that is part of Nigeria can never make any headway, including those that is still in America today trying to come back to Nigeria. Once they come back to Nigeria, the Nigeria system will help them. So my brother, the only way to leave Nigeria is what we are doing now. We are going to demonstrate that we cannot validate the Nigeria election anymore. And that is one of the ways. Whatever comes from that, we are going to take it off from there and analyze the situation, apply the necessary measures, and move on. Thank you.
Okay. Since you have so much time here with Simon, we'll take Master, Mayor of Mayor, Velisa, Gina, then Ogugu will go last. Please, everybody, 2 minutes, please, so that we can other people can speak. So, Master, 2 minutes. I'm finding you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very, very privileged to speak in this forum. I appreciate you, Mazi, Simon Ekpa. So I'll be short. Now, this is also politics, and we are, master strategies of, political campaigns and all. So I've been listening to you, Mazi, Simon Ekpa, and I just wrote some few things down so that we understand some things. in every struggle, in every agitation, in every revolution, there is always a master strategy. There's always a bigger plan. You understand? There's always, you know, a 20-year strategy, a 20 years plan. And it's a robust plan that doesn't just accommodate agitation, revolution, civil disobedience. It has a whole lot to do with economy, with geography, and every other thing. You understand? Now, if we take the Russian war, for example, you understand, before Russia had the capacity or had the motive, the green light to invade Ukraine, they first of all strategized to take over the most essential raw resource of Europe, which is what? Natural gas. And they had to use Biden to approve Keystone Pipeline. And that Keystone Pipeline supplies gas from Russia to Europe instead of for Europeans to import it from other countries. So they were able to subdue Europe even till today because of that. Now, when their currency was attacked, they said that before you buy that natural gas, you have to use rumble to buy it. You understand? That particular move automatically secured the money used for the war. Now, if we are talking about Biafran agitation, we need to step back a little bit and think of a far broad image, a far broad picture. You understand? And ask ourselves this question. Two things might happen very soon. It might take 5 years, it might take 2 years, it might take 3 years, it might take 10 years. There's either an extraordinary force to subdue the agitation, or an overwhelming, surprising acceptance. Two things will happen. I repeat, either an extraordinary force to subdue the agitation, or an overwhelming, shocking acceptance of the struggle. You'll be surprised. The government will just come. Either the next government will just say, okay, you want to go? Okay, you can go. Now, anybody who is telling us to, okay, since you want Biafra, you can go, there's something that they have in mind. If you notice, the Buhari government has invested a whole lot on the northern area. You know, they have a strategy. You understand? One of the major strategies
Master, you have to wrap.
They have
30 seconds.
Yes. So they have a strategy. You understand? So we have to ask ourselves, if they say we should go now, what do we have? You know, how do we stop people? Because there are many investments in the north. How do we stop Igbos? For now, how do we stop Igbos from investing in the north and investing in the south? How do we promote our businesses in the south? How do we increase our geographical map? Because right now, why we see Fulanis in the bushes in our areas, even in Kwara State, they now have an emir in Kwara State because of invasion. You understand? So how do we increase our own geographical map? You understand? How do we feed ourselves?
Master,
right now.
Please, Isoko, my time is up. And I think I need to answer. I will want Gulma. I will want this Gulma to talk because he's from the north as well. So my brother, Master, I want to tell you one thing. There is no template to get freedom. So what works with another nation may not work with us. Nigeria issue is very complex. So we are working with the templates that we know will be best for disintegrating Nigeria. So, and that's exactly what we're applying. So however we do it today is not wrong. That is what we feel and believe that it is the right way to go according to the present condition of Nigeria. So if that Russia did this or Soviet Union did that does not mean that we're going to apply the same thing, or that Sudan and South Sudan fought for 30 years or 20 years does not mean we're going to fight for 20 years. After all, we've even fought more than that because the war of Biafra and Nigeria continues even after 72 today. The reason why you see people business being burned down in Abuja is also part of the Biafra war. The reason why bomb is blasting in Kanu, in Igbo-dominated or Savongari, in Igbo-dominated and Biafra-dominated area is also part of the war. So we have been fighting this war, it has never ended. And so it is after when we get Biafra, we can now have official years that we fought Nigeria to get freedom. But for now, the war continues. So we don't have any template. What we are doing now is what we feel is the best template to leave Nigeria, and we are going to apply it. And we'll continue like that. Thank you. So this Gulma, Isoko, I think Gulma should be the last person because my time is up.
Okay, Guma, go.
Please, I would like to ask you a question, Simon.
Yeah, sorry, Mayor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Simon.
Good afternoon.
It's really an honor talking to you. I am by name Jackson Salem. I'm from the north, just as I tweeted, and this is my first time of being in this space, and I'm really happy to be here. And you permit me, please, to explain so many things. First of all, I'm a Christian, and I will assure you that almost 95 to 98% of Christians from the north are in full support of Biafra. That is one truth I will tell you. Now, secondly, why the Christians will not really be in full support of the Biafra from the north is because of the marginalization of Christians in the north. Now, the Biafrans have been the ones holding some of us still alive in the north. That's one truth. There's so many people from the east are yet to understand. If today Nigeria is splitted and Biafra have gone, the truth is some of us will be dead in the next 1 week from the north. Now, I've been to the south. In fact, 3 weeks back, I was in Ezekiel, somewhere like that in Enugu. I visited an Igbo friend I grew up with together in Jos, and I went for his wedding. I can say that I see how Igbo people are loving. But the truth is, if there is a way this issue of Biafra can be resolved and Nigeria can be one, I think 98% of Christians will really be happy, because some of us are praying for Biafra not to hold, not because we don't want the freedom, but because our own freedom is at stake once Biafra left. So many of us are already, because some of us are even hated for loving Igbos here. I remember during the Biafra walk, my dad told me that they hosted so many Igbos in our village in Adamawa State, and have saved them from Fulani and other houses being killing them. Yes, and by tribe, Pachama and Pachama are known in the north for being the best friends of Igbos. But trust me, if today Biafra gone, there are so many of us Christian brothers of yours that will totally be out of the space. We have states like Adamawa State are majority dominated by Christians, but today we cannot even hold the government, even though our population is beyond that. So if this is even happening when Nigeria is around, imagine if you guys left us, what will happen to us? So
All right. Let me answer you, my brother. I am happy that you come here to raise this concern. Let me tell you one thing. You see, I want you people to change your prayer point. Channel your prayer now to praying for the restoration of Biafra. Restoration of Biafra will give you a new sense of reasoning and living. You said you are from Adamawa. Is Adamawa part of Middle Belt? Is Adamawa part of Middle Belt, Central, North Central? Guruma, are you there?
Adamawa is part of Northeast.
Adamawa is part of Northeast, okay. And you are part of the people that came from Cameroon, right? Because I remember that article from Adamawa.
Yes, Newman, we believe we come from Israel. We are all Christians. Okay. There is no Newman person that do Salah.
All right, okay. I wanted you to say it with your, by yourself. The thing is that the Biafra will solve your problem in the north. And let me tell you, when Biafra leave, it is not just only about Biafra. First of all, those of you, the Christians in the north, you know, by virtue of the international law, you will be protected, either firstly in the south or even in Biafraland. We are going to accept refugees, the Christian refugees from the north. So if you feel that your life is threatened in the north, we will accept refugees. It is part, because we have said that we're going to be the solution and we're going to be the beginning of civilization in Africa. So we are going to be ready to accept our brothers and sisters from the north and give them a refugee status. And of course, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has made this point very clear before. If you feel threatened, if you feel that your life is not safe, it is universally acceptable. It is happening everywhere in the world. People from Africa are going to Europe to seek a refugee, to seek asylum. People, there are people seeking asylum in Nigeria today, even from Cameroon. There are people from other part of Africa that is seeking asylum. During the time of the Liberia War, a lot of people moved to Nigeria to seek asylum. So we are going to accept especially Christian asylum seekers who will be subjected to kind of a life-threatening situation in the north, and they are Christians. So we will accept you. That is not a problem. But because you fear for being killed shouldn't be the reason you are going to continue to jeopardize your future. So because you are fearing that if Biafra leave today, you will be killed, should not be the reason. That is not enough reason for you to continue to subject yourself to this kind of situation you are today. Because that you survive now does not mean that your children will survive it. So what you do today, the decision you make today to stay in Nigeria because of fear of being killed is actually a very bad one, that you are making for the generation unborn. You will not be the one to suffer it, but your children will suffer it. Our own is that we want to make a decision that will be better for our children and our unborn generation. We are going to fight for them. What we are fighting now is the future of our people. You have to fight for the future of your own people as well. And the only way to fight for the future of your own people is to make a very decisive decision, very big decision, which is to fight and support the disintegration of Nigeria. Disintegration of Nigeria will fix a lot of things. And let me tell you, in most of the Muslim countries, there are no Christians are being persecuted. And they still live better than you in the north today, even with your one Nigeria. If you go to Iraq, they are persecuting Christians, but they still have Christians there. If you go to Saudi Arabia, I don't think they allow any Christians there, but I believe that there are some kind of Christians in Saudi Arabia. So in all those Muslim countries, you still have Christians, but you in Nigeria that's supposed to be in a secular state, you are being persecuted more than those people in a Muslim country. So I believe that disintegration of Nigeria will also help to liberate you and your people from this Fulani and Caliphate and the Islamic bondage in the north. And like I said, we have made it very clear, you are welcome to our land to seek a refugee, especially meanwhile, the international community, we are stepping up to set the standard and correct some of the problem that will be emanating from the disintegration of Nigeria. Because the disintegration of Nigeria will catapult a lot of things. So those things will take a while before they will be solved. But I want you to know today that this kind of mindset that you have now, that if Biafra go, you will not live, you will be killed and all that, that is one thing that you must pray to God to remove from your heart. Any day you are liberated from this, you are not only liberating yourself, but you are also saving the future and the unborn generation and the Christians in the north. And I want to tell you one thing. It may also shock you that if you begin to look at the Christians in the north, you find out that you are even a very big population. That's why Dr. Malafia said we need Christians to sit at home for 7 days to prove our point that we are bigger in number in this country. But that did not happen. They assassinated him. So my brother, if anything happened today, southern Nigeria will be safe for you for a while until the whole thing gets settled. Thank you very much.
Simon, I want to tell you something, please. Can you hear me?
Who is this? Sorry.
This is Mayor. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Simon. Okay. I'm glad I'm here. Please, I just want to say something. It's something that has actually been on my mind right now because I've been observing the patterns of everything that has been going on for a while right now. You understand? And I actually want to say something. Understand? Concerning this forthcoming election, do you understand? There's a momentum that it's growing among the youths of Nigeria, and this particular momentum is cut across all tribes. It's not doesn't have to do with just mainly Igbos, and most of them they are yearnings. You understand? Of course, most of them might not really understand the Biafran struggle. You understand? But most of them their yearnings are played towards P2B. You understand? And you on your own part, you understand, you actually coming with no elections in Biafraland because I'm trying to depict a scenario that might happen in the future. You understand?
Mr. Mayor, I don't know when you joined this program, but the person that should have been listen. The person that should have been the last person is the good man that just spoke now, because the issue of P2P have been addressed several. And I don't think
okay. Let me just say one thing.
Listen first. I don't think there is anything you want to say now that somebody have not raised here and that
no. I
so
just want to just say one thing. No, this.
Can you go straight to the point and say what you want to say, please?
Okay. I want to say something like, okay, if this your no election in Biafraland, you understand? If this no election in Biafra and these 2 weeks at home, if it affects voter apathy, most especially in Igbo land, you understand? You know, Igbos, we are actually very stubborn. Just know that Igbos will turn against you, and it would be very, very dubious. I know Southerners, we like to fight ourselves very, very well. The same thing Wike did some few days ago, fighting his brothers.
Have you finished? You see,
yes. It's an advice. It's an advice.
There is nothing you
I am pro Biafra, Simon. I am pro Biafra. I am telling you what is going to happen.
You are not pro Biafra.
I am a pro Biafra guy, Simon Ekpa. It is better you stay on the sidelines and observe. It is better you stay on the sidelines and observe.
You see, if you cannot listen to when I am about to say something, I'm going to remove you. I don't want to remove anybody here. So you can unmute yourself and listen to me while I address you. First of all, I will tell you that I am not worried about anybody turning against me in this particular Biafra movement. I am not afraid of anybody turning against me. I'm not I'm not worried about everybody turning against me. But what should worry you is, at the end of the day, who is going to be right? This decision for no election has been made, and it will stay like that. If Biafrans at the end of the day think that P2B is going to be a messiah, they are also going to be disappointed at the end of the day. For now, whether the people are going to turn against, whether they are not going to turn against, we are not looking at that. After all, have they not been turning against us from the beginning? Is it today that when they turn against us, the heaven is going to fall? Nobody is looking at who is turning against and who is not going to turn against. That is why in referendum, people will vote against it. So those who will vote against the referendum, they are also human beings, and they are also Biafrans. So you coming here to say you are a pro-Biafra, at the same time you say there is a momentum. There is nothing like momentum gathering. There is no single momentum anywhere when it comes to the P2B and the election in Nigeria. Nothing like momentum. Every momentum you think that is gathering are all shams and fake. No momentum that is going to gather more than the Biafra momentum. Any momentum you see gathering today is the momentum of Oduduwa, is the momentum of Biafra, is the momentum of disintegrating Nigeria, including in the political parties. The momentum are gathering. You can see the momentum gathering while Goodluck Jonathan was explaining Section 83 of the new amended electoral law. You can see the momentum gathering while in a PDP primary election, when they declare Atiku the winner, Ayem Pius Ayem, who was the former Senate President of the Nigeria, also former Secretary to the state government or wherever he was, came to say he didn't know that, the Nigeria is still like this. He was thinking that the people should have voted based on the national burning national issues. That is the momentum that is gathering now. Any other momentum is fake. Peter Obi himself knows he can never be president of Nigeria without being endorsed by a Sultan of Sokoto, without being endorsed by 50% of Northerners. He can never even win 20% of voters in Nigeria, not to talk of becoming the president. This is a fact. We are realists. We are not people that live based on emotion. So anybody that is going to say people will turn against me, you think I am going to be afraid of people turning against me? I am not scared of that. But the time when we finish this whole thing will justify who people will turn against and who people will not turn against. Biafrans will always stand by me. So anybody that is going to turn against me will be always one Nigeria. No real Biafran person will turn against what we are doing. Those who will be turning against us are already against us now. And tomorrow they are going to be for us when they have actually been liberated from Nigeria. Today, we, the Biafra people, about 90% of people in Biafraland want Biafra. So, and that is why when we talk, when we speak to them, what is feasible, how we can do to leave Nigeria, they are supporting what we are doing. So some of you, the 0.00001%, are the only one coming to social media and Twitter to talk about somebody turning against anybody. During the time of the election, we are going to know who is going to be turned against, whether it is me or it is going to be you. By the time the Biafra people will decide not to go to the polling booth to vote, by the time we decide that no election will take place in Biafra land, you are going to know by then whether Biafra people are supporting P2P or it is the Biafra people supporting the Biafra exit from Nigeria. On this note, I'm going to end the broadcast from here. And Odogwu, thank you very much. Odogwu, I don't have the time now because my time is up. I need to go, and except if you want to say one or two things, I will give you 1 minute because I made you co-host for a long time ago. So I'll give you 1 minute to talk. And Isoko's Queen, thank you very much for being a co-host as well. I'm going to give you also 1 minute to make your comments. Isoko and Odogwu, you have 1 minute. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mazi Simon. Sorry, I have been somehow tied up at work. That's why I have not said anything since all this while. But one thing I want to tell our people is one thing. I keep putting it on my timeline. It's not only about Biafrans sitting at home or by stopping the election. I think Oduduwa people achieve 5 million signatures for their disintegration of Nigeria. If all of us in the South and the Middle Belt should join hands and say no election, that will validate our point and that will make us a free people. I think everybody should go and sit down and think about it when the Middle Belt and the Southeast and Southwest decide that there's not going to be election in anywhere in their area. I think that would be setting ourselves free without having any war around. I think everybody should go and think about it and prepare for it. And Master Simon, I think we should start thinking about how we can also help our people when this time comes to cushion the effect of the 2 weeks sit at home. That's another thing I think we should know how to do.
Yes.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
very much. We have a long time to discuss about this thing, so we'll be.
Mr. Simon, a word is enough for the wise.
Mr. Simon, please take Mr. Mayor down. Please take Mayor down.
We would definitely be brainstorming on this, on this no election sit at home. So we'll be able to also know how to, help the people we can help, and then also make sure that those back home will also help, because we are going to also be our brother's keeper. And like you all know, we are going to also be reviewing the situation on ground, and there will be the decision to know whether the 2 weeks or it's going to be more than 2 weeks or it's going to be 1 week. Also, we depend on the situation on ground. All right. So Isoko over to you.
Yeah. So my message to people out there that are not part of Biafra, that your land is far away from Biafra, and you're scared that because Biafra, if Biafra goes away, then you're gonna be slaughtered by the Northerners, or you're gonna be taken over by whatever. Let me tell you something. Look at Togo. Togo is just 8 million people. Togo is a country. You should get up, stop being lazy, and clamor for your own nation. I've been singing this, I will be singing this for a long time. You can be your own nation. You're not too small to be your own nation. Clamor for your own nation. Stand up. Say you want self-determination. You don't have to be part of Biafra before you can get up and say you want to have your own country. You don't want to be part of Nigeria. Get your ass up. Stop being lazy and stop hiding under the skirt of Nigerian government or under the skirt of any other person, and stand up and say, yes, I can be on my own. Yes, I want my nation. There are countries that are less than 1 million people and they are surviving. They are thriving. You can thrive. You can be your person. Get up and fight for yourself and say you don't want to be a part of this country. Don't be scared. Don't let the government make fear for nothing. You have a right to say yes, you want to be part your own country. Self-determination is everybody's right. It is not treason. It is not being, you're not being a secessionist. Stop letting them lie to you. Nobody's going to take over your land in the south. Nobody's going to take over. Nothing is going to happen to you when you stand up for your rights and say you want to be on your own. Stand up. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Isoko. That was a very, very good point there. And of course, they should know that. It's a very, very good point. And I appreciate that particular advice to our people in the North, especially the Christians. Thank you all for being part of this space. We will continue again. And so always stay very alert to know when I am on the space and where we can trust these things. Only that I always want to have the one Nigerianist, because these are the people we are out for now on this space. Thank you very much, Odowo and Isoko Queen. I appreciate you all. And those speakers, I appreciate you, all of you. Those are our brothers from the North who spoke. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much and see you again. Goodbye.
IPOB, one family. Biafrans all over the world. If we want safety and security for our people, then let's continue to support Eastern Security Network. All donations are welcome. No contribution is too small or too large. Do your part, knowing that freedom is in our hands, and together we must all rise to the occasion. Go to our website to make your contribution, www.ipobinUSA.org/donate. And remember that freedom is not free, but together we restore it. Farm by farm, forest by forest, house by house, and street by street.
You must listen to her. Of course, you must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him very, very